study abroad?
I did. I studied abroad in Cork, Ireland in 2007.
Last summer, I went to Paris, France, and I studied at the Institut Pasteur.
My study abroad experience was in Bolivia, and it was the most incredible experience I've ever had in my entire life.
I just studied abroad in Cork, Ireland. I studied at University College Cork, and I blended in pretty well there in the Irish culture. They're pretty shocked to hear my American accent.
Next semester, I'm going to be studying abroad in Egypt at the American University in Cairo.
I wanted to broaden my experience, broaden my horizons really with my understanding of healthcare today, global healthcare.
You studied abroad?
Yeah, I studied abroad for a semester in Spain and for intersession, which is about 3 weeks in China.
France.
Oh, where'd you study?
I went to Grenoble.
Oh, and what did you study there?
I studied French.
I was basically thrown into the middle of a city in a third world country and basically told, here's a family that you can live with, and all you need to do is show up at the clinics and we're going to show you what you need to do.
In the international business program that I coordinate with the modern language department, our students have to study abroad or have an internship abroad, one or the other, and many do both.
I wanted to study abroad, but I didn't want to go to some place that was like America. I wanted to be somewhere that was completely different so I could have a totally different experience. And then we came across Egypt.
I think getting international experience is essential. One of the reasons is it just gets you out of your comfort zone.
China was a whole different story. It was definitely a culture shock from Washington, PA to, Shanghai and Beijing.
There were many times where I found myself filling the role that one of their nurses would typically fill, just because they were shorthanded.
The Netherlands is awesome. I would do it again in a heartbeat.
Professor Iolucci, who is a member of the chemistry department, actually taught at the university in the Netherlands. And 7 to 10, I don't remember the exact number, of W&J students spent the semester there with him.
I was working with optimization of a protocol for extracting and purifying a protein called P450BM3, which is used for antibiotic study and metabolization of the chemicals in the human body because it mimics our protein in our liver.
The whole idea of a liberal arts education is to be a broadening experience. And when you leave the United States of America to see other countries and live in other cultures, it is a tremendously broadening experience.
I want to eventually go into the Peace Corps, so I think that that'll be like a great experience to get me prepared for living in countries that are not like America.
I was all by myself, and I worked out the train system and the buses, and I made it to Cork, and I had a great experience.
They come back as more knowledgeable students. They come back seeing the bigger picture.
They come back with an awareness of difference, and you can tell that they have lost the ethnocentrism that everything in America is best. That alone is just a perspective that I can't teach.
It's palpable in the classroom. They share an excitement that is there not only in language classes, but I think that they're able to make connections easier because they put themselves in a different environment. And then they come back and the material in the classroom, be it history, language, culture, suddenly seems alive to them.
Well, I hope it has allowed them to realize that maybe the way they've been living isn't the only possibility, and that you need to look at issues from other people's perspectives.
After that experience, I was determined to someday return just to Central and South America, use my Spanish skills, and work down there.
Everything every student does is impacted by a global perspective, and you can't get a global perspective in the classroom. As one of our students said when she came back, you can learn things in the classroom, but until you go and see it, you don't really understand it.